Bellerophon Audio, take 5. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to World of Warships Legends here in the home of the Slightly Above Average Ship Review. Today we are bringing you a match in the reward ship for the Saving Transylvania mission. It's got its own very own tab on the screen where you select between AI or Standard or Arena or Ranked Battles or whatever. It's the one in the middle, it's green, it's got a pumpkin, and the number of stars you've achieved in the mission appear below the pumpkin. Well, if like me, you got a 5-star mission after ripping your hair out and drinking profusely and finally using your microphone to help guide your team to victory, and they probably could have done it even if I didn't say anything. You end up with this ship as a reward, the Royal Navy Tier 3 battleship Bellerophon. I was mispronouncing it in my Wednesday video, I think. Or I'm mispronouncing it now, one or the other. All right, so I call the Bellerophon little brother. Why do I say that? Well, it's like the little brother of the Tier 5 Royal Navy battleship, the Warspite, in my opinion. Now, it's got a really odd looking camo job. Here's a look at the teams, threes and twos. We are top tier. There are aircraft carriers. I will say right now, of the 3 premium battleships at Tier 3 that I can think of, the Arkansas, the Nassau, and the Bellerophon. The Bellerophon has the best AA, but that is not saying much at all. All right, we're here on Big Race. It is a capture the base match. We are making our way towards where the enemy is going to be. Those torpedo planes are already in the air, much to my chagrin. Now you're going to see something pretty funny here. I thought it was funny. Phoenix ahead of me, torpedo planes coming in for a run. You know, when they drop, you should just try to keep going in a straight line towards them, or basically aim your bow towards the torpedo planes. This guy hangs a left at the last second and eats a torpedo. If he had just kept going straight, he probably could have dodged those. All right, this destroyer comes really close by us for some reason. We'll talk more about that guy later. All right, here's a broadside cruiser, your number one target in the Bellerophon. And that first salvo wasn't so great, but the second one was pretty good. Got a Citadel. We run into the Phoenix, who jammed on the brakes to shoot at the other Phoenix, and we kind of boosted him out of the way. Torpedoes coming in. I think we took one right there. All right, let's first salvo at the Phoenix. Oh, and he gets killed before we can kill him. Here's a drive-by by the enemy team Wix, and I'm going to punish him for his impudence here in a minute. As you can see, secondary batteries are going off, mostly at the other ships, not the Wix. But we are just going to use our main guns to take the Wix out. I do not know if the Bellerophon has the short fuse AP that the Royal Navy has access to, but it wouldn't shock me if it did. All right, so there are 2 ships over here, a Freon and a Kaiser. I would really love some assistance, like from that destroyer right there. He does not seem interested in assisting me. So I guess we're going to have to do it ourselves. And right here, you're going to see a little bit of the survivability of the Bellerophon, or lack thereof. So my aiming here was a little bad. I should have aimed higher. He's not at a great angle to us. That was just a worthless salvo. We are stern tanking the Freon, as you can see here. I'm just doing this to buy time for myself. We are taking side shots from the Kaiser, who also isn't at a great angle to us. We are at a great angle to him. Take a couple of torpedo strikes on the stern from the Freon. We are on fire twice. We're flooding. Our steering and rudder is disabled. The Freon blew by us. We're going to turn and try to get our guns on him. We're still taking fire from the Kaiser. right here, I'll be honest with you, I thought I was dead. Now you can see will to rebuild. We got the damage con going on. The G101 takes out the Freon, and we're going to turn and get those turrets back on the Kaiser. Still stern tanking. All right, that was a pretty good salvo. 4 penetrations. This next one, 2 more penetrations, although those don't do as much damage. I realize I'm giving way too much broadside right here, so I'm going to turn back to port and reduce my angle or increase my angle. Whatever I'm doing, I'm going away. I'm taking a bath. I'm out of here. The Kaiser probably would have killed me if it weren't for some more torpedoes from that G101. I'd have sent that guy one of those fruit baskets. All right, the G101 takes out the Kaiser as well. All right, so I'm just kind of licking my wounds. We went from 38,000 hit points down to like 2,000 hit points, back up to 5,000 hit points in the span of just a minute or so. So I'm breathing a sigh of relief. Asked this destroyer for help. He does not appear to want anything to do with me. That's cool and everything, man. All right, we got 3 enemy ships left. We got the Langley, we got an enemy Bellerophon, and we got the Itzislav. So they appear to try to be doing an end run to get to our aircraft carriers. So I'm going over there to head them off. The entire rest of the blue team is more concerned about killing the aircraft carriers, so they're leaving me to handle this all by myself. There's a good look at the range of the Bellerophon. Shell grouping, good, not great, I guess, in that little shot right there. Yitzislav here, he's going in a straight line. This seems like a bad idea. Now let's check out some more accuracy of these Royal Navy guns. Going to line them up and lead them. And even though those are overpens, they still knock off a significant portion of his health. We get one more turret lined up, and down goes the Itzislav. So because this thing has wing turrets, I call them wing turrets. It's like got an A turret, and it's got one turret on either side of the ship, then a B turret, a C turret, or a XY turret. I mean, who knows how they number these things in this kind of arrangement. You can do this thing where you put your bow towards your enemy, and you can use one of the wing turrets in your bow gun and then rotate and get your other wing turret on target while advancing towards the enemy. So I think that's a really nice arrangement. As you can see here, I'm looking at the enemy Bellerophon. He appears to be turning in, probably to avoid those torpedoes, so our shots don't do a whole lot of damage there. And we are continuing on our way. As you can see, this is now the penultimate battle, the last, I think that's what that means, the last battle to be had. The enemy aircraft carrier is definitely helping out. You get a couple torpedo strikes here on the Bellerophon. And we got him lined up. He was giving us basically full broadside. We get the Confederate medal with that hit, which wasn't very impressive. We do hit our secondary gun, uh, enhanced secondary target consumable. That is a much better salvo, and you can see I just did that little rotation, and now I'm rotating back and getting the port side turret and the bow turret on the Bellerophon. And I'm even going for all of them because I'm trying to finish them off. We do get the high caliber, we are damaging him, and our teammates capture the base. Wah, wah, wah. I really wish they would not do that. It's the last ship. I'm about to kill it. All right, we ended up with 3 medals: the Dreadnought medal, the Confederate medal, and the High Caliber medal. 78,007 total damage, not very impressive. 2 kills. We did have 44 secondary battery hits. Ended up with 127,352 silver and 2636 ship XP and commander XP. And I am reviewing the ship in the port. after this, after these screens. So stick around if you want to see that. There we are at the top of the board. All the good medals, two big kills, 1351 base XP. Yep, we had some good teammates. G101 really chipped in. Svetlana had a good game, so I appreciate those guys' efforts. All right, let's take a look at the upgrades for the Bellerophon. We got the aiming system mod 1. We got the damage control system mod 2. Got the target acquisition system mod 1. And the artillery plotting room mod 2. In terms of the loadout, we have 3 charges of the repair party and 3 charges of that enhanced secondary targeting consumable. We didn't use any booster flags. Got that Type 9 permanent camo and the Friendship Day 21 flag to denote the special friendship between the UK and the good old USA. All right, 38,100 hit points and a paltry 13% torpedo damage reduction. Artillery, you got those 5 twin 305 turrets, firing range 15.2 kilometers. You can only get 4 of them on target at one time, by the way. 28.4-second reload, 35-second 180-degree turn time. HE shells do 5,200 damage with a 32% fire chance. The AP shells do 8,100 damage. You do have a lot of secondary guns, 14 102 millimeter guns, so essentially destroyer guns. Range 4.7 kilometers. They do 1,500 HE shell damage with a 6% fire chance. But the reload is 7.5 seconds. To me, that is too long to do a secondary build, and that's why I went with this quasi sniper build. AA defense, well, the Bellerophon has 14, the Nassau has 10, the Arkansas has 0. Maneuverability, 24 knots, so you're not faster than the Nassau. Turning circle, you turn 50 meters wider than the Nassau. I think your rudder shift is 0.8 of a second better than the Nassau. Could be wrong on that. 11.9 kilometers detectability on the surface, 10 kilometers from the air, 9.5 when firing in smoke. Let's take a look at the armor viewer and take it all off. This is the most bizarre looking citadel I have ever seen in my life. At least it's underwater, but it's got this weird step arrangement and all these surfaces that face forward and backwards are very lightly armored. I mean, I don't know how often I got hit through one of those light panels. Um, you do have a pretty nice bow. The fore-end plating is 19. I mean, that's okay. The Nassau's is 23, I think. But you do have this nice belt right here of 152 to 178 millimeter plating. So I would definitely bow angle towards the enemy. Turrets and barbettes, again, like the Nassau, the roofs of the turrets are more lightly armored. Put this other armor back on, and you can see those wing turrets do have barbette plating on the outside of the ship. All right, let's take a look at our commander. Level 16, legendary level 3, Andrew Cunningham. Base trait, concentrated devastation. Increases the shell grouping of the main guns. Really nice base trait and really valuable as an inspiration. We have Paolo di Revel for reload and Kedra for turret traverse. In row 1, we chose flammable cannoneer. In row 2, crisscross. In row 3, marksmanship. In row 4, reaching out XXL, and our legendary skill is will to rebuild, which really saved our bacon in this match. So that is the Bellerophon. Again, if you do the Saving Transylvania and get a 5-star mission result, you receive this free as a prize. If you do a bunch of other stuff in the Saving Transylvania, you can get a coupon for 1,000 doubloons off of the price of the Bellerophon. I wouldn't do that. I would grind the Transylvania. I put out a guide yesterday and try to get those 5 stars. Try to get it for free. Try to get the little brother, the baby Warspite. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like. Thanks.